Hello, Mount Rainier. This report covers January 14th, 2020 through January 23rd, 2020. I want to remind all residents to be mindful of phone and other scams that are occurring in our area. No government agency is going to call you and ask for your social security number over the phone. No government agency is going to call you and tell you that if you don't deposit money into a foreign bank account, you will be arrested. When you receive a phone call that you believe is a scam, or at any point in the conversation, something makes you question the validity of the person you're talking to, hang up. You can always look up the correct number to any state or federal agency online and call and confirm if anyone is trying to reach you. A lot of these scams originate overseas and prosecution can be very difficult. This past week, we had a spike in theft from autos near Kaywood Apartments. We want to remind all residents to call when you see something suspicious and please say something. Our WOW bulletin for the week. On 1/17/20, PFC Familiar stopped by Thomas Stone and had lunch with kindergartners and also helped staff during the lunch period. She spent 90 minutes there interacting with youth. On 1/19/20, Corporal Calloway, and PFC Familiar were assisting two caregivers at a group home. They spent an hour talking in adverse conditions with a patient, getting them to return back safely home. That's excellent effort and trying to resolve and diffuse a situation. On 1/20/20, Officer Latrice Green purchased hats and gloves to donate to a program helping youth and adults in the Mount Rainier area. Officer Green also took time to play solitaire with a senior resident of Queen Manor Apartments. The following are our statistics from January 14th through January 23rd. During this period of time, 5 vehicles were impounded, 88 parking citations were issued, 328 traffic citations were issued, and officers spent 44 hours on foot in the community. Some of our calls for service that required case numbers. We had a shoplifting incident in the 2200 block of Varnum, on 1/14/20. This occurred at 2:04 in the afternoon, and officers responded to the business for a theft. We had a firearms arrest in the 3700 block of 35th Street. And I want to thank the residents there for continuing to call us. This occurred on the 18th of January at 11 p.m. Officers responded to a group of males and arrested a young lady with a firearm. On 1/21/20 at 5:50 p.m., officers responded on a report of a shoplifting again in the 2200 block of Varnum Street. Officers responded to a theft from auto in the 4300 block of 28th Place on 1/22/20 at 3:08 in the morning. While on foot, an MRPD officer observed a male breaking into a vehicle. The male fled from that vehicle to a waiting car. That vehicle fled into the District of Columbia. Several vehicles, all Honda Civics, had their airbags removed. On the 23rd, officers responded to an assault complaint in the 3800 block of 34th Street. A caller called about a male subject being assaulted. Both the suspect and victim were both identified. And finally, on the 23rd at 5:41 a.m., officers responded to the 4100 block of Russell Avenue for another theft from auto report. That's our report for this week. Mount Rainier, please be safe, and please remember, when you see something, say something, and we look forward to meeting you out there.